It's one of the hardest things a person can hear. You have cancer. 3 little words that carry huge weight. Telling loved ones can be the toughest part. Kate Middleton knows this all too well. Then she had to tell the world.
This, of course, came as a huge shock. And William and I have been doing everything we can to process and manage this privately for the sake of our young family. As you can imagine, this has taken time. It has taken me time to recover from major surgery in order to start my treatment. But most importantly, it has taken us time to explain everything to George, Charlotte and Louis in a way that's appropriate for them and to reassure them that I'm going to be okay.
Leading oncologist Professor Pat Price joins me from Manchester in the UK. Professor, we know how busy you are, so really appreciate your time. There was such a fragility to the Princess's statement, but I also thought great strength.
Yes, amazing. To think what she's been through, she's had to go through major surgery, thinking that it was just benign, but big surgery, then to find afterwards there was some cancer, and then to know that you've still got to now go through some treatment, some just in case chemotherapy treatment, which may go on for several months. And then, as she said, probably one of the hardest things with cancer, particularly at that age, is telling your children. And then not only has she got to get all that together, so much going on for her, and she's still not completely well, she has to tell the whole world. So tough for us. She did it so amazing. And then to think about other people at the end and say, you're not alone.
That's the part that when she released that video, I just imagined that moment where she had to sit down and she had to explain it to George, Charlotte and Louis. There can be nothing tougher, as you said. She also explained that she's undergoing preventative chemotherapy. Can you explain exactly what that is?
Yes, that's a word which your viewers may understand as adjuvant chemotherapy. So that's when you've had your surgery, the tumour's all been taken out. Now, for most people, that's absolutely fine and that's it, over and done. But just in case there's anything left behind the doctors didn't see, they give the chemotherapy and just to mop up anything else. So it may be that she's clear already, but this treatment will get rid of anything else. And it may go on for 4 or 6 months, and it may be either tablets or injections, and she'll feel bad at some days and she'll feel better at some days. But I think that's why she needs that space now to actually get on with her treatment, get through it, and then come out the other end and be as she was before.
So the belief is surgery removed all the cancer, but this is just to be sure.
Yes.
When you've got possible side effects of chemo, including things like nausea, weight and hair loss, just how tough is this battle ahead?
Yeah, it's tough having chemo. Now, we don't know what sort she's had, and there is various degrees, and we shouldn't know, we mustn't speculate. It could be either some very gentle chemotherapy that she hardly has any side effects, or she may have some significant side effects. But usually they come in waves, so when she has a treatment, she may be unwell for several days and then get a bit better. So we may expect her to be absolutely fine on some days and want to get some normality back in her life, and then perhaps have to go through it again and be not so well. So she just has to manage that, and we just must give her all the support and space she needs.
The privacy that they've asked for from day one that they really haven't got. And look, I'm not sure if it's because something like this makes us think about our own health, but people all over the world are feeling this.
I think that's right. I think obviously it came as a real shock. This is a fit woman in the prime of her life, and it happened to her, and I think it's made us all reflect it can happen to us. So I think what we must do with that is appreciate our life and our health, support others going through this, and above all, as she said, know that people who are going through this are not alone. 1 in 2 people get cancer, so we all know somebody. So don't be afraid to talk about it. Perhaps you can't make it all right, but just sit with them, be with them, but don't be afraid to talk about it. It's very important to share.
I guess that's the one good thing that has come from this, that we are talking about it and thinking about it. And this one might be too hard to answer, but given what we know, will she be okay?
The message she's given out has been a positive one. We know that this cancer was caught early because they didn't think it was cancer, and they only found it when they examined the tissue. So that is great news. And she's told her children, and she said she will be okay. So let's all share that. And chances are everything will be fine, and she'll get back to normal, and then she'll get through this.
Well, that is very reassuring to hear, Professor. Thank you so much. And of course, we're thinking of Kate and everyone else dealing with cancer right now. It's not easy, no matter who you are. Thank you so much.
Yeah, pleasure.